So transplanting plants can result in stress which negatively affect health through loss of leaves, damaged roots, loss of your plant or tree. Superthrive can prevent and treat shock and ensure survival. I had a ficus lirata, a fiddly fig that was failing. Well, it wasn't failing, it wasn't growing, it wasn't doing anything, and I didn't know. This is how far I've come in my plant life. I didn't know to fertilize, that you needed to fertilize indoor plants. And so I didn't mist, I didn't fertilize, I didn't do anything. I just bought this plant, I liked it, and I gave it water. I did have it in a self-watering container, a Lechuza container. It was 8 feet tall when I bought it, so it was a big one to start out with. And once a month, I filled my ficus with a hose. I took it outside and then filled up that container with a hose, and that's all I did. So I watered it 12 times a year. I put the Superthrive, I put some drops into the water. I thought, you know, I'm not getting a whole lot of like growth out of this plant. Added it to the water. Immediately, within days, it started growing. It got new leaves. It got greener. Like that fiddly fig took off. It's not fertilizer, it's basically vitamins for your plant. I had a palm that I put into semi-hydro. It was not doing well, and apparently this is a new product, FOLIAR spray. I started spraying and misting my failing plant. I think it was failing because it wasn't drinking water, it wasn't shooting out new roots, and it was a palm. I'm finding palms don't really like to be touched or moved into semi-hydro. Sprayed and sprayed with this, and it's put out new roots, it's accepted, it's moved into semi-hydro. So the Superthrive is what saved that plant. Whenever I transplant a plant, when I take it out of its dirt, I spray the roots with Superthrive spray. You can make your own spray with this, and I'll tell you how. But every time I take a plant out of its root system, out of the dirt, I wash the roots, and then I always spray it with Superthrive. All of your like house plants are going to be smaller roots, smaller system. You can just spray the roots with Superthrive and put them in your semi-hydro system. Propagation. Anytime I propagate, put my roots down into water, or if I have a failing plant, a lot of mail order plants I start killing right away. So I put them in semi-hydro, they start failing, I can tell the leaves are drooping, there's some root rot. I don't know what it is with me and mail order plants, but if I take it out and I put it in water, and then I put like the dosage of Superthrive that I'm supposed to put in the water, and like a couple of hours, the leaves will perk up and that plant will get new roots, and then I can put it in semi-hydro and it does great. So this is your friend. If you are a plant killer like me, get yourself some Superthrive. All right, so website to look at all of the things that Superthrive was good for is the small bottle and a pipette or something to do drops, because Superthrive is a lot of times by the drop is how you measure it. The FOLIAR spray. If you make a FOLIAR spray, you take a bottle, you're going to do 1 drop for 4 ounces of water, shake, and I have an instant FOLIAR spray. It will help perk up the leaves of all of your plants, spray them on the top and on the bottom. Superthrive's website says only do it, before the hot sun comes. I think we all know that. It's non-toxic, it's environmentally friendly. It was developed, you see him, I'll have to put his name on the screen, but he developed this in 1939 because plants were getting stressed out from being transplanted, which is such great news for anyone doing semi-hydro, but anyone who has, if you have plants. My ficus lirata was in dirt. I mean, I I wasn't doing semi-hydro at the time. It was in dirt. I wasn't transplanting it. I just had it in dirt, and it wasn't like pushing out new leaves. And the second I introduced Superthrive, it was a game changer for me. Periodically, this is just an additive, whatever your fertilizing system, your RO water, whatever water you're using, this is a separate thing that you can add just to give your plants a boost. Okay, so now, like on the website, what's so fun and exciting is it helps you with bigger vegetables. It helps you with happier herbs. It helps your plants that are in hydroponics. The hydroponic gardening, mother plants, it helps clones. They recommend using it within 2 years of purchase. This provide enough Superthrive, I think, for 120 gallons of water. If you're doing it by the gallon, you can do it for your grass as a spray for your whole yard. If your yard is suffering and the grass is weak, do Superthrive, and it would be 1/4 of a teaspoon per gallon. Best say to use within 2 years of purchase. So I've always kept mine in the fridge because my first bottle took me a long time to use. I was mainly using it on one plant, and then I realized the brilliance of it and started using it on others. So my first bottle I put in the fridge. This one I'm going to go through in less than a year, and so I have it closer to where all of my plant things are with my little handy. It helps your Christmas trees. If you do a live tree, you're going to do 1 drop per every 4 ounces in your tree stand. So that's going to be double the dosage. So normally you're going to do 1 drop for a cup. It's called a drop a cup is their kind of motto. But your tree stand and your propagations and your foliar spray, those are all going to be double the dosage. So my tree stand, I have an extra large tree stand, and it holds 3 gallons of water. And so I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon per gallon of water. So I would fill up my tree stand, and then I would do 1.5 teaspoons of Superthrive. It'll help your Christmas tree stay fresh. The leaves will stay longer and not brown as quickly. If you get a dozen roses or fresh cut flowers and you put them in a vase, add a few drops of Superthrive, like a vase full of water. I usually do about 4 to 6 drops. Bonsai trees, and I haven't gotten into the bonsai tree. They're supposed to be very meditative to work with, and one of these, like the most zen-like plant you can have, but 1 or 2 drops per gallon. Now bonsai trees are different. It says it nourishes the green cambium layer just below the bark. This is the layer that transports nutrients throughout the tree. And so anyway, I learned something about that. Root planting, which is if you order a tree and it's bare root, you're going to soak those roots for 30 minutes in help establish the root system and reinforce that root system against stress. 1/4 of a teaspoon per gallon. I'm going to put, I've kind of written out all of what the website has. I'll put the website down below. I will also put all of these dosages down below, and then I will put a link to this one on Amazon. I could not get an affiliate link for some reason, and so the link really looks long, but when you hit on it, it'll just take you to a little $10 bottle. Good for cactus and succulents. It helps rebuild roots. Cactus do need less water, but the amount of Superthrive is exactly the same. All right, I think I covered everything for Superthrive. I hope this helps y'all. I had to do this extra show for this week and I don't hear many people talk about it. So this is my treatment. I've decided, I've tried, I like the Epsom salt. I like some of the things other people are using, but this is my absolute favorite for root treatment and foliar spray and spraying the roots before semi-hydro. Definitely worth the $10 for 120 gallons of water, the treated water, and I just can't say enough about it. So Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you learned something new. I know I did when I went to the website, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.